It's that time of year again. The preseason is over, and as I record this, each NFL franchise is figuring out their 53-man rosters, and hopefully your favorite team looks good going into this season. But that also means it's time for NFL All Day. And they've already announced a new moment being released very soon into the marketplace. And then that's these dynamic moments. They're being released in rare and legendary quantities. So rares will be 1 of 300, which is a good thing. They've figured out that you don't want too many available. And the legendaries will be 1 of 30, which is solid as well. But what makes these moments special is that they're only going to be for star players. I believe they're going to have 5 players from each particular franchise represented. And then as the season continues, when those players do something fantastic in a game, that particular highlight is going to be added to that moment. So these moments will become more interesting as the year progresses, provided, unfortunately, if we do have injuries in the NFL, there's a possibility that your favorite player could get injured week 1 and that's it for the dynamic moments, right? But barring a major injury, it's pretty awesome. It's a good addition to the NFL All Day marketplace. And I'm looking forward to getting in on this and hopefully getting a couple of my favorite players as dynamic moments. But here's one of the first issues I got to bring up. And that's, once again, they're doing this legendary packs will only be available to certain people who meet certain criteria. There's a early purchase on the rare packs provided you meet a certain criteria. I hate when they do this. This is a major pet peeve for me when it comes to Dapper Labs products, because the only way these things are going to succeed outside of just basic collectibles is if the community grows. And the last thing you want to do to grow a community is create a barrier to entry. And that's exactly what they're doing when they put these stipulations in place that you can only purchase a pack if you meet this certain criteria or are lucky enough to hit the lottery when you get in the queue. Big mistake, especially for something like this where you're releasing a new type of moment. There are a number of people I've talked to about NFL All Day. Those of you who follow me closely know that I work with the Pro Sports Podcasters. We cover all sports, football being a major one, and I've talked to a number of people, both friends and acquaintances, about NFL All Day who are very interested in it, some of which are in the sports community and could make a significant impact on the growth of NFL All Day, who are turned off when they see these barriers to entry. So that's something they got to get rid of. 100%. They got to stop doing this. You only get to purchase this pack if you want to have special drops for people who meet certain criteria. Fine. But when it's supposed to be a pack that's available to everyone, make it available to everyone. I'm very excited about these dynamic moments, but hopefully it's something that the majority of people can get in on. Not just someone who's been there from the beginning like myself, or say somebody who's stacked up a bunch of legendaries because that's their thing and they've got the money to do so. But NFL All Day should be available to everyone. I've believed that from the very beginning. And thank God it's got something like Rumble, which doesn't really have that much of a barrier to entry. All you really need is enough moments to create a fantasy roster. And it's not even going to cost you that much, because to have that 1 star player, you only need 1 rare amongst that roster. It's a relatively cheap thing to get into. And if those of you that are interested in fantasy football and are thinking about trying NFL All Day, that's a great way to get into it. It's a great way to get started. You want any help with it? By far, reach out, DM me, no problem. I'll help you with Rumble. I'll help you get going if that's something that you are very interested in and you'd like to try out the NFL All Day platform. So the playbooks they've released in the offseason, not very exciting, to be honest. A lot of it's burn motivated, which, again, something I hate, but they're making up for mistakes they made in the beginning. I just wish that the burning would be more on them as opposed to on us, because we invested our money and our time and our passions into this, only to be asked to burn away what we've accumulated. Big mistake. Again, that's going to scare people off, and you want to grow this community. It's just what you want to do. Hopefully through my Discord, I'll leave a link in the description. People will get on, we'll start talking about it, we'll figure things out, and hopefully NFL All Day listens to us this time around. Looking forward to a great season. Good luck for your team, provided they're not in the AFC West, because That's where my Broncos are, and if you're not a Broncos fan, that's your problem. I hope we're going to have a great season from them with Sean Payton at the helm. So let's see what goes on with NFL Day this year. Good luck to all of you.